Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for choosing to stop by, to tune in to see what it is I have to share today. Today is Tuesday, October the 14th, okay? We are in Libra season. And Libra, that's the scales, okay? So off the bat, channeling right away, because I've been channeling all day. For the past couple of days, like I said, the messages have been coming down and they have been intense. And the one that I just shared was the hardest message that I had to share to date. Okay? I forgot to put a trigger warning in the title because I did cry a little bit. I tried to control myself as much as possible, but I couldn't help it because it was just too much. It was overwhelming. It was heartbreaking, disappointing, and just a reminder that we should not idolize anyone or deem anyone to be better, okay? Because we're all sinners at the end of the day. Without God's grace, without the redemptive work of the Lord, the one and only Savior, there's no hope. There's no hope. So let me put my glasses on. I want to give this a good shuffle. I don't want to see certain cards right now. But I want to be obedient. I have a lot of messages. This page didn't make it all the way to the end. So that's telling. And this is just something that's been channeled since I recorded the last video. This is not even the page before it. Okay, so this page, like I said, it doesn't go all the way to the end. So something is not going to go all the way to the end. Okay. At the top, it starts off with Not Gon' Cry, which is a pickup from the last video. It's now 3:11. Okay. I cannot make this up. Public service announcement. I'm about to announce something that is going to be very telling. Okay, very telling. Insider information I'm hearing as well. Trade secrets. I know something came out about whistleblower. Confirmation. Do you hear these sirens? Something came out about a whistleblower, okay, that have alerted authorities about the commission of a crime that's already happened, or a crime that's about to happen, or both. Okay, I'm still hearing the sirens. This is quite the alert. This is quite the alarm. Okay, this is serious. This is serious. But I wanted to pull up again. The number 4 might be relevant. I changed because I had to go out and get coffee. Okay, so it's still the same day, Tuesday, October 14th. I really needed coffee after that last recording. After I spilled some kind of tea, because I had tea before I made the recording. Okay, so again, tea's coming out. I'm hearing this brand spanking new. But before I proceed, Not Gon' Cry, let's quickly pull up some lyrics. I don't have much time because I have to pick up my daughter from the school bus shortly. Okay, it's now 3:13. I'm alert. Show me the lyrics. Give me the messages, my Lord. I am here. You could channel through me. Okay, I'm going to go fast because I think I already went through one of the verses, but couldn't remember one of them. Okay, so somebody's acting like they don't remember something, like the details of an event, of a certain night. That's what's coming out as well. Let's go. While all the time that I was loving you, you were busy loving yourself. I would stop breathing if you told me to. Now you're busy loving someone else. 11 years out of my life. Besides the kids, I have nothing to show. Wasted my years, a fool of a wife. I should have left your ass long time ago. Well, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears. No, I'm not gonna cry. It's not the time. 'Cause you're not worth my tears. No, I can't do it. Okay, she repeats the chorus again. Here we go. I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. That's giving me cash cow, okay? That's giving me breadwinner. That's giving me the one who gets the bag, the one who gets the brands, okay? Was at the job when no one else was there helping you get on your feet. 11 years of sacrifice. And you can leave me at the drop of a dime? Swallowed my fears, stood by your side. I should have left your ass 1,000 times. Well, I'm not gonna cry, she repeats again twice. I know there are no guarantees. In love, you take your chances. But somehow it seems unfair to me. Look at the circumstances. Through sickness and health, till death do us part. Those were the words that we said from our heart. So now when you say that you're leaving me, I don't get that part. I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. Was at the job when no one else was there, helping you get on your feet. 11 years of sacrifice, 11 years of sacrifice, and you could leave me at the drop of a dime. I don't need to go on further, but the Spirit wanted me to narrate these lyrics as some kind of framework. Okay. So the framing of something here, somebody was framed, or somebody's trying to frame something to look a certain way, but it's not the full picture. It's not the whole picture. It's not the right picture that's being projected. Okay, somebody may have had an actual production, so a staging, or some broadcasters could be involved in some way. I'm seeing like a director trying to put out a story here. Okay, next I'm seeing some words like gullible and naive. So this could be the viewers, this could be the person in question, the minor. Okay, somebody could be a minor right now, or was a minor when a crime occurred, when they were assaulted, when they were violated. They were gullible, they were naive, they were impressionable. That's what I'm getting, okay? I'm hearing this story was exploited. Okay, there's some kind of exploitation about this story, or again, a minor was exploited, because minors cannot consent, okay? Just a reminder. For someone here, for somebody who's going down for this, I'm hearing, which sounds like deja vu, sounds like something I've already said. When I wrote it down, I'm looking at it, I'm like, where have I said this? And I said this in a message I shared last December on my TikTok, that the person who was hanging on for dear life. Okay, there was this young woman on the balcony hanging on for dear life, and I said she did something that she could not come back from. Okay, and what I have in brackets is she witnessed something, did not intervene, and she has been carrying that burden for a long time. Somebody watched a grape, didn't do anything about it. Not only did they not do anything about it at the time, perhaps, and this is just me playing devil's advocate here, because like I said, I've already made up my mind. God has already made a judgment, made a decision, an executive order, okay, that they're not going to get away with this. But in my mind, playing devil's advocate, perhaps they weren't aware, or this person that I care for wasn't aware, not making the activity, whatever ages, to sit down and watch that as a sport. That's a little bit questionable, but who am I to judge? So perhaps this person did not know of this person's age, and they were just in the room, did not do the right thing by getting up and leaving the room, at least to not be a witness to something so naughty. I don't know if this person had to do this as part of a ritual, to witness something so somebody could have something over them, okay? I don't know what it is, and I shouldn't even be trying to cover this person. Wow, life. There's something here. I know a card came out. I don't remember it. I'm not going to go back in the deck. But I know two tribes were mentioned. Two tribes of Israel, Dan and Ephraim. When I saw Dan, I don't know if I said this, but I wanted to say Dan gives me judge. So a judge might be involved here. Somebody could be named Dan or Daniel. Also David, that's a side note, okay? I'm also getting Daniel in the book of Daniel, so a person who gives revelations, okay, a prophet of sorts. Daniel is also a seer. Daniel is a scribe. Daniel is gifted. He's one of the most gifted prophets, in my opinion, okay? So that came to mind, and I did a little note here, okay? Then when I heard Daniel, this is how my mind works, guys. Follow along. I thought about Jack, like Jack in Titanic, Jack and the Beanstalk. So I put Jack and Daniel together, and again, I got another brand. So lots of brands here. So brand is a big part of this case. So somebody's brand is at risk, or this is going to really taint someone's brand here. Jack Daniels is a liquor brand. I think it's whiskey. I think whiskey is the poison that they produce. Okay, so some kind of poison. Somebody might be poisoned because something about small doses did come out in another reading. Okay, somebody could just be a heavy drinker. Okay, somebody could have a whiskey brand or some kind of brand endorsement by a liquor brand. Okay, because Jack Daniels is here. Who likes whiskey? I think Southerners more so than others like whiskeys. I think of country. Okay, so country music could be involved here. Again, music industry, that came out before, so that will fall under music industry. With whiskey brand here, Jack Daniels, it gives me somebody fighting temptations. Okay, so this could be a drinker, alcoholic, somebody who's trying to drink their sorrows away, somebody who's trying to escape reality. Okay, they could be a user of any kind of substance. It doesn't have to be alcohol. Okay, it could be some kind of drug that's prescribed by a doctor. Again, Dr. Seuss is here, or given to them by somebody else, by other means. Okay, but today is Tuesday, tea time. Okay, so tea, the letter T, if it's not actual tea, or golf tea, somebody could like to play golf. T is in somebody's name, initial, okay? Not me. Okay. I mean, T is in my initial, my government name, so maybe the government is going to be the one spilling this tea, and that came up in the last reading. Like I see some kind of press conference, similar to the one that they did for Diddy, okay? When Diddy was apprehended, and they did a raid, and then they did that press release stating what they found in the raid, the reason why they were taking him in, and all that stuff. I also see this happening for someone. Something here might also pertain to Diddy since his name is coming up and out. Okay, so he could be involved in this situation, or he could even be the whistleblower. Okay, I know how much Diddy wants to get out of prison, so perhaps he is going to spill the beans, because Jack and the Beanstalk, beans were involved here, magic beans. So maybe this is Diddy's last hope, last resort, is to spill these beans about a situation that involves a minor. And I know I said somebody's a credible witness. Diddy could be a credible witness in this situation. Okay, if Diddy is a part of this situation, and please use your head here when I say a part, perhaps providing this information is going to grant him some immunity. It's going to be his get out of jail card. That's also coming out. I'm channeling here. Okay, I have no dog in this fight, as much as I love one of the celebrities that is being revealed here. I gotta be just. I gotta be fair. I gotta do the most righteous thing. I gotta do the most righteous thing. But if it takes Diddy spilling the beans, so be it. So be it. Okay? This is divine intervention, though. And I'm hearing today is tea time. Today's the day. I don't know what's going to go down today. Okay? Next, I have somebody lost connection to the source, which is clear from Jack and the Beanstalk story. Jack cut down the source. Okay, so Jack is the truth teller here, the freedom fighter here, the servant here. Somebody can no longer get cash for the cow. Okay, because now it's an old cow. So no more brand deals, like I said before. Then we have that man lied. Okay, the father about the drive. I'm gonna give this clue. I don't know. This is all revelation. I'm not following up on any case. I've heard things when things were happening because I'd like to stay abreast with current affairs. But I'm not engrossed in any case, especially if the case is gross. All right. So when I say certain things, give certain clues, it's what's given to me, and I use my gifts. Okay, my mental faculties to draw inferences and correlations and try to figure out what I'm supposed to see here. Okay, so when I say in the last video, one of the latest videos, I mentioned something about gambling, sports gambling, and I think Sixers came out, but it turned out it was 76ers. And when I looked at the phone screen, something else came up. I don't know if it was their next game, and it was Knicks. Okay, that's coming back to me now. Because next to the man lied, the next line is 76ers, so Philly. Is that Pennsylvania? I think that's Pennsylvania. Pardon me here. The drive from Philly to Knicks is Knicks, New York. So let's find out those things right now. Let me verify. Is Philly... Yes. Okay, so we have Philadelphia, and then we have Knicks. Where is Knicks? New York Knicks. So there's a distance between Philly and New York that's relevant here. And I have that man lied. So maybe a man here lied about a drive. Okay, a long distance drive here. This is what this is telling me. And I'll be honest and truthful. I remember something about a case about where a man said he would remember if he took a long distance drive. That's coming back to mind. I'm wondering if this is the same case or is... Let me hurry up and get out of here. Something about the best part, and it's in quotation marks. And then after that, we have all of the lights. The best part, somebody's gonna own something. All of the lights. Take credit. Get recognized. Somebody's very strong for taking down a strong one, taking down somebody vigorous. I'm also hearing the best part is somebody is going to convert to Christ. Hallelujah. Bless the name of the Lord. Okay, somehow this is going to propagate the faith, the Christian religion, or I don't know. I just see people becoming believers. All of the lights. All of the lights. That's a song by Kanye. And then Kanye has Jesus walk. So maybe this situation is going to show that Jesus walks. I'm hearing a case for Christ. Okay, this is a case for Christ. Christ is the one advocating or prosecuting someone, or somebody who's a Christian is being persecuted, called to trial, called to be a witness. Like God's hand is in this, basically. Okay, God's hand is in this. And let me wrap it up because I gotta leave soon. Is there anything else I missed?